Arnold Zweig. September 23rd, 1924. Born in Berlin, Germany. I had one brother. He was 2.5 years older than I am. No, we did not know. They did observe the Ten Commandments, obviously. Went to school for high holidays. That's about it. My father had a business.
And what kind of business was it?
He had a custom shop to manufacture costume dresses for women, you know, like jackets and fur coats. He made fur coats.
Oh, very interesting.
No, my mother was at home. Time that women went to work.
Say it again?
It was not customary that women went to work at the time.
When was your first job?
My first job? I worked for a company we went to Colombia in South America at age 14. And there I started to work for a company. And I worked for that company, I was 14 years old for, could you imagine, for 10 years.
Okay.
I went to public school for 4 years and then to a Jewish middle school. I went to school when I was 5 and a half. I was in a hurry to go to school. And it just meets the deadline. I was born September 23rd, and September 30th was the deadline. So I could go, and I was 5 and a half years old when I went to school. Well, in Germany, I went to 4 years of public school, and I went to Jewish middle school for 4 years. I didn't complete either. Hitler, you have heard about him, he was in power already, and the economic situation for Jewish people, Jewish business people, was going from better to worse. So my father's business went down the tube, down the hill, and so that was the economic situation, you know. The business got lost. The Christian, the non-Jewish students, young people, they didn't associate with us anymore. So my friendship was confined to a couple of Jewish boys.
Leave Berlin.
1938. Well, I left Berlin the day after my birthday in 1938. I was 14 years old exactly.
And did you leave with your brother and your family?
Yeah, my parents and my brother. And we left also with another family that we knew. Well, we were allowed to bring anything. And we didn't have too much to take out anyway. There was no restriction of what you brought in.
How was the travel? How long did it take for you to get to Colombia?
3 weeks.
3 weeks on boat?
We went by train to Le Havre in France, boarded the ship, and the ship I think took 2.5 weeks.
And you all had passports to leave?
Oh yeah, we had passports and we had visas to enter into Colombia.
So was it hard to get those visas though?
Well, in a way yes, because nobody was issuing visas, and even Colombia was not issuing any visas anymore. But we found out that the Colombian consul in another city in Frankfurt. We were living in Berlin and this consul was in Frankfurt. He was still issuing visas despite instructions from his government. So my mother and a friend of hers went to Frankfurt from Berlin by train with our passports and presented themselves to the Colombian consul, and he issued two visas in practically no time.
Okay. So what kind of job did your father have in Colombia?
He had a little business. He had a little, like a cigar shop. First he was doing some carpentry work. He was not a carpenter, but that's what he did.
Did your mother work at that time?
My mother was sewing clothes. Made dresses for other ladies. Way out of Germany to go to Colombia.
Did you leave any family behind in Berlin when you left?
Yes, my grandmother, my mother's mother.
And what do you know what happened to her? Like, can you tell me a little bit story of when you left and what you heard?
She got killed in the concentration camp.
Okay.
So, sister of my mother, who eventually escaped and went to England.
So, where'd you meet Oma?
Pigman?
Where'd you meet Oma? Tell me about the story with Oma.
I met her on December the 24th, 1954.
And what's your wedding date?
Love at first sight.
Love at first. So what's your wedding date?
Wedding day was in May of the following year.